Brookie babies? It's your girl Brooke Kennedy, and we are back again with another video. As you can see from the title, today's video is going to be a how I meal prep, how I maintain the gains, and how I meal prep for a family of 2. Now I just want to go ahead and put this out there before we get into the video. I am not a trainer, I am not a nutritionist. I am not saying what I cook, how I cook it, how I season it is going to help you reach your certain fitness levels or goals. I'm just showing you strictly how I meal prep every week for me and my husband. And my favorite part about it is it saves time, it holds you accountable, and it saves you money. So I'm just going to show you guys exactly how I do it. You know, I don't be in the kitchen looking like this when I cook. So we're going to hop over to a voiceover. But before we do that, if you're new here, welcome. Go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. The family is growing. The Brookie babies are lit. We have fun. And if you subscribe, you're going to have some fun too. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment letting me know you're here. And don't forget to share the video. So enough of me talking. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. Let's go, Brookie babies. Let's get to cooking. Okay, you guys, so to start, what I like to do is go ahead and write all of my meals out. I usually meal prep Sunday night through Friday lunch, but we had a long weekend and I was too tired to meal prep on Sunday, so I decided to do it Monday. Now, what I like to do is write out all of my meats. I don't worry about the starches or vegetables because that's pretty easy for me to portion out. But for example, what I do is on Monday night and Tuesday lunch, we're going to have beef ribs. So me and my husband usually eats 2 slices of beef ribs. So what that means is for Monday night, I will need a total of 4. And to have enough for Monday night and Tuesday lunch, I will need a total of 8. Same thing for Tuesday dinner and Wednesday lunch. You will see that I am going to cook baked wings. Well, we normally eat 2 wings a piece, so I will need a total of 12 wings. And then also for Thursday lunch and Thursday dinner, as well as Friday lunch, I decided to cook salmon. Now, normally I just do 1 good slice of salmon, so in total we will need 6 slices to have enough food. Now, you don't have to do this order as far as how you eat your foods. This is just how I write it down to make sure that I have enough to last for the week. But for example, Monday night, I will probably eat beef ribs because they are my absolute favorite, and I just do not have enough strength to wait till like later in the week. But for Tuesday lunch, I may grab salmon. So you can eat it in any order that you want. Now here you will see the total again written down just to stay organized. And then over here I just wrote down the meals for the week, which is beef ribs, sweet potatoes and asparagus, baked chicken wings, yellow rice and green beans, and then salmon, red potatoes, and broccoli. So next on the counter, I like to lay everything out just to stay organized. So that's the first meal with the chicken wings. Now you see the broccoli, red potatoes, and salmon. And here shortly you will see the beef ribs, sweet potatoes, and asparagus. So now I'm going to go ahead and set the oven to 350. That way it's preheating while I'm getting everything clean and ready to go. I'm just showing you guys the pan spray that I use so that my meats don't stick to the pan. And then now I'm going to season the beef ribs. I like to use the Morton's seasoned salt first. And then I'm going in with the Lawry seasoned salt. Now I don't season both sides, so it's not a lot. Trust me, I'm just doing one side. Next, I use the Weber's Steak and Chop, one of my favorite seasonings. So good. And we're just going to sprinkle that all over. And then I like to use parsley. I love parsley. It just makes everything look so pretty. I'm all about presentation, so you gotta have some parsley. And then next, I like to chop up an onion and just sprinkle that on top. It is perfect for seasoning your food. Next, we're going to do the salmon. I love the Tony's Creole seasoning. I'm gonna sprinkle that on top. Also gonna go in with the Weber's again. That was the New Orleans Cajun seasoning. And then you gotta have some lemon pepper seasoning as well. Anytime you're dealing with seafood, you gotta have some type of lemon. And then of course, real lemon to go on top, and squeeze some of that juice on there as well. And of course, there I go again with that parsley. Gotta make everything look good. And I also love that Dow's seasoning. It's really good, but you gotta be careful. It can be salty, so don't be too heavy-handed. I also use it on my baked chicken as well. And then now I'm going in with that Lawry's again, picking up that Morton's seasoned salt and some Mrs. Dash chicken seasoning, which is salt-free. And I like to mix everything in together like the country folks do. And then we're going to put some fresh onion on there. And I also put chicken broth. I just did not show it in this video. And in goes the ribs. Now the chicken and the salmon. And I'm going to let the ribs and the chicken cook for about an hour to an hour and 30. And the salmon for about 35 minutes. And now this is where we multitask. So we have the water on for the rice, the water on for the sweet potatoes, and we have the pot ready for the green beans. And I like to put everything on medium between 5 and 6. Never cook on high. Your food's not going to be good. It's going to be cooked too fast. So now we're just filling up the pot with some water. I am opening up my canned green beans to drain that juice. I usually use fresh green beans. I just didn't have them today, so give your girl a pass. And I also love to put this Goya ham flavored seasoning inside the green beans. It makes it so good. And now I'm back to multitasking. I'm going to go ahead and cut up the red potatoes. I like to cook mine in the oven, and I cook them for about 45 minutes. I am putting some extra virgin olive oil on top. I'm also going to go in with this black pepper seasoning, and then we also are going to use some garlic powder, and we are going to lock in that seasoning and close it up with some aluminum foil. And like I said, we're going to put it in the oven for about 45 minutes to an hour. Look at that salmon. So now that the water is boiling, we are going to go ahead and put in our yellow rice. I'm also going to stir it up a little bit, make sure it's not sticking. Put the, pot on 2 to 4, cover it up and let it simmer. Back to multitasking, we're going to cut up our sweet potatoes. You will see me cut them in chunks. I will put them in a strainer, clean them, and then put them on the stove. And I don't time how long they cook. I just cook them until they're kind of soft, not too soft, but as long as your fork can easily go through, they're done. Now, your girl is country, okay? My mama don't do all that measuring and all that extraness. She say it's the flick of the wrist. It's trial and error when it comes to cooking when you're from the South, baby. And now I'm just checking on my salmon. She's looking good. We are about to pull her out of the oven and cut her up. I'll show you that shortly. And I was just showing you guys right there that we have 37 minutes left on the chicken and the ribs. So now I am cutting into the 6 slices that I talked about in the beginning of the video. Now at the end, I almost ran out and didn't have enough salmon. So I had to cut a little bit, a little piece. But it's okay, I'll eat it. And I'll let my man have the bigger slices. But man, it looks so good. It's making me hungry. And just checking on the rice. The rice was done at this point, so I turned it off. And we're going to hop back over to the cutting board, and we're going to cut up our asparagus. I cannot believe I used to hate asparagus, but I love it now. It's just so good. It's a must-have in every week's meal prep. And I just put it in the skillet. I will put some olive oil on top. And then, what am I going to do next? I'm going to put some garlic powder on, and I think I'm going to go in with black pepper. Yep. We're going to put some black pepper on top of that, and then we're going to stir it in a little bit, and I am going to cover this and let it simmer down and cook for about 5 to 10 minutes because it doesn't take asparagus long. And since I have everything under control, I am going to go ahead and you know, fill up my meal prep containers. Here I'm doing the salmon. Now I do apologize, I did not show me you know, pulling the ribs out of the oven and the chicken or the red potatoes, but I did the same thing. I just went ahead and filled up the meal prep containers. You will see that in the end. These containers are from Sam's and Walmart. I'll have them linked in the description box below. Glass is always better, but they're a little bit more expensive. Baby, I'm going with the plastic, but if you want glass, you can find those at Target and Amazon as well. Here I'm just filling up the pot with broccoli. I let that cook for about 20 minutes. And then now I'm checking on the sweet potatoes. They are soft. You see how that fork is going through? Cut it off. Don't forget to turn off your oven. We're not trying to burn down the house. Drain that, put it in your pot. Now I use some brown sugar and I also use cinnamon for my sweet potatoes. You shouldn't use anything if you're trying to keep it healthy, but I gotta have some type of taste. So I put those two ingredients inside. I use my spoon and just stir, 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 stir. Make sure everything is just, you know, mashed together, not too mushy. And then I just fill up my container and we just keep moving through the meal preps. And now we're checking on the broccoli. That's pretty much done. We're going to turn that off as well. And we're going to strain it. And then we're going to pop it in the pot. Put some black pepper. And you're going to see me use Morton's salt. Now, I prefer sea salt. I was completely out, so I used what I had. But if you're wanting to be a little bit more healthy, don't go with that table salt. Use sea salt. It's so much better for you. And we're just filling up the containers now with the broccoli. And that's it, you guys. Here you see the beef ribs, sweet potatoes, and asparagus. And now we have the salmon, yellow rice, and broccoli. So good. It's making me so hungry right now. And then you have the baked chicken, red potatoes, and green beans. You guys, you can do this. This saves time. It holds you accountable. And it's just easy. All right, Brookie babies, that concludes this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you're ready to go out to the grocery store, get your favorite foods, meal prep what you want to meal prep, cook it, season it how you want to season it. Because guess what, baby? You can do that. Because guess what? It's your money, it's your groceries, it's your seasoning, it's your body. You put in it what you want to put in it. You only live one time. So do you, and don't worry about what nobody got to say. But before you head out to the grocery store and get your ingredients, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up, look down and make sure you hit that red subscribe button. Turn on the bell, because if you hit subscribe and you don't turn on the bell, you may miss a video. And make sure you share the video. Leave me a comment letting me know you're here. If you're a new subscriber, drop down in the comments, new subby. I always love those comments. They're like my favorite. And I'm out of breath. What else should you do? I think I told you. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Brookie, baby.